Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Troilo Tuesday at 2. I think we're working too hard with the alliterations. So, like we did last Tuesday, we're going to play a series, we're going to play a tanda of Troilos for you today. So the tanda means, a group of songs in the same style. But these are not exactly a group of songs in the same style. They're a group of songs by the same person, not by the same person, like as performed by the same person, Aníbal Troilo, over a fairly long period of time in his career. So the first ones sound very different from, I think, the last ones.
We were going to print you a picture of Troilo. He's plenty handsome of a guy. But Ben's printer had this information too much. He couldn't do it. The printer thought Troilo was way too handsome to be printed, so it will not print. So, Benno, you will have to do a Troilo impersonation because he's one famous of a bandoneonista. Very good.
I do. I normally have to do the impersonation. I always forget that Winnie likes to describe him, and then I have to...
He is as lovely a man as he looks, and his soul is probably even more beautiful than the sounds he makes on the bandoneon. He's famous for letting loose his lower lip so it dangles in, just relaxing to watch, like that. As he hangs his bellow loose, he hangs his lower lip loose too. That's how you loosen up the arms and everything.
Some of his, let's play a song and then we can talk more about him. Hello, everyone. Let me make sure that we're technologically on our own today, so hopefully I will remember to push all the right buttons at the right time.
If you don't hear anything, say something.
Yeah, if you don't hear anything.
Our sound guy is coming. Pascal is coming.
Okay, we'll see.
He's coming.
All right. What are we playing first?
We should start with the golden era of dancing. During Troilo's time, he started with people like D'Arienzo, when there were like 400 people dancing on any given night. So he had no choice but to play really good dance music for the dance-crazed people out there. So we're going to start with one of these dance-crazed numbers. Hi, Rick. Hi, Arthur. Hi, Ruth. Hi, Felicia. Hi, Sarah.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hey,
Isn't that cool? So I love Troilo because Troilo has different layers, like a really fancy German chocolate cake. The layers are really thin, with icing in between every layer. It goes to the end about this tall, but when you eat it, it's one coherent piece of chocolate cake. You know what I mean? Beautifully subtle and nuanced. So when you ask him something, you say, hey, Troilo, would you like some chocolate cake? He'll say, like, I would really love it, but I have really high cholesterol and I'm a diabetic. So thank you, but I really shouldn't. As opposed to Biaggi, if you ask him, would you like some chocolate cake? Biaggi would be like, no.
Yes.
And that's it. You see what I mean?
Troilo started playing very young, the bandoneon, which I think is a factor in his elegance of playing. The story is that he was asking for a bandoneon from his mom, that he would take a pillow and he would pretend at home when he was like younger than that. It must have been 6 or 7. He would put a pillow on his lap and move it like a bandoneon, like pretending to play, like he was already infatuated with the instrument. And finally, a secondhand store kind of opened up around his house, and they were able to buy a bandoneon in payments. So they'd make payment every month or something until the bandoneon was paid off. And the story goes, I mean, we don't know, they're all stories, but that the secondhand shop closed after like a month. Like it was only open for a month.
The owner died.
Is that what happened? Oh, I see, I didn't know that. I heard that it closed, I didn't know why. And then so, no more payments to make on the bandoneon. And so Troilo was able to keep his bandoneon and learn to play at that time from people in his neighborhood, and then got his start on stage when he was either 9,
11,
or 10,
yeah,
or 8, depending on where you read the story. All right, so shall we play another of his early dance pieces?
Another one as a working dance band musician.
This is it's fascinating to watch Troilo play because he's so relaxed and everything comes out with such sort of confidence, but it looks like he's not working at all. So let's see if
we learn from
Let's see if we can learn from Troilo. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Sorry, people. Sorry, everybody. I apologize.
He broke
We're doing our own sound today. Sorry. Here we go.
With this quarantine hair, you can't see anything
I know,
anymore.
it's getting really bad. So my son Henry asked me this morning, he said, so is Mama going to cut your hair? It was just sort of like out of nowhere.
Just saying. But I really enjoy the long stylistic periods of Troilo because it shows an evolution of a maturing human being. In the earlier pieces that you've just heard, those are Troilo's youthful songs in his 30s. You know, a young guy, 30-year-old, starting a band, working for 400 dancers. It's a nightly thing. It's part of the entertainment industry. You know, times are good. And it was that kind of time of his life. The next two songs we're going to play belongs to the more mature part of his life and also his career. I don't know how you hear it, Ben, but I hear it in these earlier dance numbers that there were no breaks. There were no thinking breaks. That, you know what I mean? When people mature, you pause more. You think more between thoughts. You don't decide. You don't say, this is good, this is bad, I like this, I don't like this. You pause and you chew on it. To me, the music of later Troilo, he chews on every one of these musical thoughts more. And so he says less, but it means more.
Yeah, I think that the saying less is really an important part of his style, both as an individual, as a soloist, and as an orchestra leader. And we know from musicians that played with him that he's famous for his eraser rather than his pencil, is something that they say, which means he would commission arrangements. It was very common at the time, and it has been through the history of tango, to either ask friends for arrangements for your orchestra or to have members of, like orchestra members, players, write arrangements. So in Troilo, he would get the arrangements from whoever had written them for him, sometimes Julian Plaza, sometimes Astor Piazzolla, sometimes, you know, other people in his orchestra. And the stories go that he would look at the score and just sort of cross things out. Like that was his first step, was to say, no, this is too much, this is too much, this is too much, we don't need to say this, we don't need to say this. And then they would play it, and they say that that's sort of the essence of his elegance, that he could eliminate the stuff that wasn't necessary for conveying the message, I think. So should we play Quejas de Bandoneón? Before we do, Jeb asked to see the edge of the instrument. I'm not sure, Jeb, if you meant to see it while I was playing, or if you meant to see it now, but basically, so the bandoneon has a bunch of, you know, round keys and a valve on this side, and I'll try to turn a little bit more while we're playing so you can get a better look. So, Quejas. Let me. There we go.
Isn't that sexy? I love this song. It is particularly electric because this is a song by a bandoneon boss of a Troilo. It is obviously a bandoneon concerto, if you know what I mean. But pianists are lucky in these later Troilo numbers because he found this one particular technique savvy enough to be featured in multiple of his very, very famous numbers. Did you notice somewhere in the middle of the song, there was a part where I was playing the tune of the boss that he just played with only one finger on what could have been my left hand, but I used my right because I'm right-handed. It is a left-hand piano solo that had been made famous because Troilo approved that arrangement. It was a big no-no early on to play the tune by a bass instrument, not to say a single finger tune on a piano where we usually use 10 fingers and some more. It's scandalous, but Troilo made it sexy.
It is. It's really, I mean, think about that. You know, there's this idea, I think, that pianists get paid to play notes. You know what I mean? Like to put down all the fingers to play complicated stuff. And then to see somebody with like one hand resting on the piano and playing a melody with the other one or whatever it is was.
Jose Coelangelo, one of Troilo's last pianists, he made these solo really famous by playing that single finger solo on the left hand, and then the right hand start to conduct the rest of the band from the piano bench and make a really big show out of it. I didn't get the permit to do that yet, but later maybe.
You can. We can do it again. We'll do it again, and then Winnie will conduct the rest of the orchestra over, I guess, over there. Great. So, anything else that we definitely need to say about Troilo? Because I wanted to show some pictures, but right before I was going to print the pictures off right before, because we've seen a lot of pictures of mature Troilo, of the grown-up Troilo, of the Troilo that you know played in Cologne. That was that's the picture that we see on walls. Also, he was. It was later in time, right? So photography was easier to come across. Like there are more pictures of him when he's older. But we found these great pictures yesterday of him when he was like, he had to be like high school, maybe like 14 or 15. I didn't know those pictures existed, and
He looks like my father. He looks really Chinese.
Anyway, it looks great. So I'll try to find that picture and post it in the comments when we're done, and you can go scroll down and find the picture of Troilo when he was a teenager, before his movie debut, which was, because you can tell he's younger than he was in the first movie he appeared in, which was in 1933, and he was 19. So he had to be in high school, like very, very, very young Troilo. So this is it. Danzarin, we play.
Very famous number. This last one, a lot of the dancers squeal in pain when they hear them in a milonga, which is a tango dance party. But I think it's a piece with its own great artistic value that should be played exactly right here.
I agree with both. I, as a dancer, squeal in pain when I hear it at a milonga, and I think it's a great song that we should play right here. So, so all right, here we go.
There's your happy hair Troilo Tuesday.
Happy hair Troilo Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
And thank you, Max, for telling us you just got the CDs in the mail. For all of you who are wondering, we have a new CD release out last week that you can still get that's still really fresh. benwinnie.com/follow will give you all the links you need.
Yeah, and tell your friends, please share this video. Please share the series. We're going to be here every Tuesday and Thursday. And thank you so much for being here. And we will play more soon.
Thank you for being here. We'll see you Thursday.
All right, bye.
Ciao.